Odisha. We had to beg with them, plead with them, tell them that क्योंकि उन सबको तो जान अपनी प्यारी होती है. Everybody, is worried for their life. So we had to go and beg with them. In fact, I had to talk to their families back home. I had to plead with them, request them कि आप लोग रहो. आपको हम डबल पेमेंट देंगे, पूरा मेडिकल फैसिलिटी करेंगे. अगर आपको कुछ हो गया कोविड में भी, आपको सबसे अच्छा कॉर्पोरेट हॉस्पिटल में दाखिलात करके हम आपकी देखभाल करेंगे. That way we could actually ensure that they stayed on and we could complete roads. I'm sure most of you would have experienced it when you went out. And if you see the kind of underpasses, the kind of flyovers, the kind of infrastructure that has been built in Hyderabad, and I'm sure most of you here would have had this experience. Most of you, I won't say all of you. When your friends or relatives come in from other parts of India or other parts of the world, जब वो लोग airport से आके आते हैं, everybody will have one thing to say. One across that Rajendra Nagar thing, they'll say, I don't know, for whatever reason, sometimes this becomes a compliment, a very backhanded compliment. Is this India? ये इंडिया में है क्या हम लोग? तो एक बहुत बैकहैंडेड कॉम्प्लीमेंट है, पर कॉम्प्लीमेंट है अपने शहर के लिए, जहां पे गवर्नमेंट भी कुछ कर रही है और कुछ करने की कोशिश कर रही है. तो हमने 10 साल, for 10 years in a row, we did our best to ensure that we served the poor and the needy. We took care of the vulnerable in the society. We ensured that all the people who possibly work in your homes, etc., all the people who even work as employees here, your watchmen, your drivers, etc., they were taken care, and also the higher echelons of the society, the businessmen, the professionals, even they were catered to. What am I saying? If you look at a poor person in your family, I'm confident if their daughter was getting married, they would have been supported by way of a scheme called Kalyan Lakshmi. They would have been supported by way of a scheme called Shadi Mubarak. 1 lakh rupees. It's not a big amount, but the government was there as a caretaker just to ensure that the poor don't have to end up in a debt trap. Likewise, farmers have been helped by way of ensuring that debt, their entire debt was taken care of, and 24 hours of free power was given. Telangana became the first state in India which actually gave out as a farm input into farming community almost 73,000 crore. Now you might think that's a freebie, but it's not. That catapulted Telangana from rank 14 in 2014 to number 1 in the country, surpassing Punjab and Haryana in paddy production. ये कोई छोटी बात नहीं है. Telangana was a landlocked state where water, was a big issue. Especially water to our fields, agriculture fields was a big issue. We built some of the world's largest projects called Kaleshwaram, Palamuru Rangareddy, lift irrigation. These are feats that are impossible to achieve in contemporary India. We built these flat in 4 years. Now you can think, to build a flyover in Bangalore, it takes 7-8 years. तो हम लोग इतने बड़े project, जहां आपको पानी लाना होता है almost 400 kilometer दूरी से, from 80 meters above sea level, all the way to 618 meters above sea level. It's not a mean feat. And to convince people, convince farmers, land acquisition, environmental concerns, and all of this being done in a democracy, in a democratic process, and done in flat 4 years. It's no mean feat. I know all of you have phones. Can I indulge you for a minute, please? If you have your phones, please pull it out. Either open ChatGPT or Google for a second for my sake. 1 minute ke liye. Any of you can give me an answer, but please open either ChatGPT or Google. I'm sure all of you use ChatGPT extensively. Please type in the world's largest lift irrigation project. The world's largest lift irrigation project. There's always one guy in the class who will give you answer. पहले देखे बगैर बताता. तुम लोग रुक जाओ. 1 मिनट उनको बोलने दो. Kaleshwaram. It is not India's largest. It is not India's largest. It is the world's largest lift irrigation project done by your government with your paisa, your money. Number 1. Please, while you're on the phone, hold on to it. Please type in 2 more things. Please type in world's largest innovation campus. World's largest innovation campus. भाई लोग तुम लोग मैं पेपर आउट हो गया क्या? पेपर लीक हो गया. While, thank you very much. World's largest innovation campus. Anybody? Tiha. Third thing again, world's largest Amazon campus. My point is, we are not aspiring to be the best in the country. We tried our best to aspire and become, one of the best in the world. And I think that's the kind of momentum, that's the kind of growth, that's the kind of aspiration one needs to have to make India truly great. So we believe 2.5% is our population in India, only 2.5%. but our contribution to India's GDP is 5%. Telangana's contribution. Now that's something. It's like a 50-kilo boxer punching double his weight in fighting in a 100-kilo category. And that's Telangana for you. Just to give you another perspective. In 2014, when our journey began, our per capita income was only 1,14,000 rupees. And by the time we left office, it was 3,87,000, highest in the country. Highest in the country. How many of you are involved in IT sector here? How many of you are IT sector employees? How many of you have come here to Hyderabad in the last 10 years? I'll tell you why I asked this question. When we assumed office in 2014, the total number of people working in IT sector was 323,000, 3,23,000. By the time we left office, it was 9,16,000. So we added literally 6 lakh new IT jobs in Hyderabad. And trust me when I say this, anybody from Bangalore here? Oh, thank you very much. Bangalore guys, you should know this. We beat Bangalore 3 quarters in a row. Never happened in the history. 3 quarters in a row. Of course, we have a long way to claim, before we can claim that we beat you. But we made a head start with building the momentum. Unfortunately, we lost the election. But now there's a new government in place. Now, I wish the new government also does good work. I wish the new government also does well. But unfortunately, their policies don't seem to be aligned. I'm sorry? You wish Bangalore was Hyderabad now? Well, who knows? I might end up there also. Who knows? Someday. Kal kisne dekha hai? So all I would say, all I would urge my friends here is, see, you elected a gentleman, Gopinath, assuming that he would continue to serve you for 5 years. Now this election became a compulsion because unfortunately he passed away. A government that was doing well, a party that was doing well, a party that was performing well, wanted your blessing, you gave it. Unfortunately, we lost. We are in the opposition now. We are fighting your cause. We're fighting the right cause. And we're questioning the government on every front. When they actually commit any harakiri, we're there to question them. When they're not delivering on their promises, of course we question them. So, my humble request to you, in a democracy, एक सीट से तो गवर्नमेंट को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ना है. एक सीट अगर हारेंगे गवर्नमेंट, उनको कोई नहीं फर्क पड़ता, उनकी गवर्नमेंट कल तो नहीं गिर जाएगी. पर अगर एक सीट हमको देंगे, at least you will be strengthening the voice of the opposition in terms of questioning them, challenging them, asking the right kind of questions, getting things done. Because otherwise, unbridled power, it can be a very heady thing, and it can let a government do, and it can let a government, get away with murder as well. That sort of a thing. So my humble appeal to you, as a party, we have been committed to the cause. As a party, we have been committed to the growth of Hyderabad. We did our best. And of course, with all your blessings, we'll bounce back in a span of another 500 days. But till such time, we are here in the midst of a by-election. And I urge all of you, please, to show up on 11th. Vote for us. Vote for a party that has been progressive. Vote for a party that stands as an epitome, as a synonym of Hyderabad's growth story. And a party that has its heart in the right place. A leader who has led the movement for statehood. A leader who is actually instrumental in driving the growth of Telangana for 10 years, Mr. KTR. He is going to bounce back with all of your blessings. And I hope you show up and vote. I have one request to the President and Secretary. Normally, none of you guys, the professionals at least, who have to go and work. I'm sure somebody has to perform a surgery, somebody has to go and attend to an important meeting, etc., etc. So you don't really have the time to show up at a polling booth and vote. My humble request, Secretary and President, maybe you can plan this, because I'm sure you have a WhatsApp group for your society. And I'm sure you celebrate Ganesh, you celebrate all the festivals, and you do it with a lot of enthusiasm as well. My humble request, how many residents altogether? 505 flats and 2,000 residents, out of which I'm guessing about 1,500 voters, maybe, right? 1,500 plus voters. Maybe put a condition that you will have to show your inked finger, along with your face, of course, and post a picture in the WhatsApp group. If you don't do that, you don't have the right to question in the next general body meeting. Simple. If you don't do that, if you don't participate in voting, if you don't actually show your inked finger and post a picture, maybe then you don't have the right, because in a democracy, if you don't participate in the process, you don't have a right to question. So my humble request, most of you didn't clap for this, so I'm guessing most of you are not going to vote. अरे यार, एक दिन के लिए, एक घंटे के लिए बाहर निकलो, टाइम लो, एक दिन की तो बाहर निकलो, एक दिन थोड़ा तकलीफ उठाओ. अगर आप लोग वोट नहीं करेंगे, अब कांग्रेस क्या कर रही है मालूम आपको? 2 साल तो कुछ नहीं करे यहाँ पे. अब क्या कर रहे हो लोग? वोट खरीदने के चक्कर में गरीबों के. अगर आप लोग नहीं निकल के वोट करेंगे, गरीबों के वोट अगर खरीद के वो लोग अगर आके वोट खरीद के जीतेंगे, फिर बोलेंगे कि नहीं नहीं हमने अच्छा किया, गवर्नमेंट बहुत अच्छा चला लिया। वो क्या तरीका हुआ डेमोक्रेसी में? मैं बस आपको इतना ही वादा करूंगा, ज्यादा नहीं कहूंगा। जो 3 चीज आपने मेरे सामने यहाँ प्रस्ताव जो रखे, फ्लाईओवर की जो आपने बात की, फ्लाईओवर तो बनवाया टीआरएस ने। व्हेन योर प्रेसिडेंट सेड, आपने देखा होगा प्रेसिडेंट, आपने जो कहा फ्लाईओवर देखा होगा, मैंने देखा नहीं, मैंने बनवाया। आप भूल जा रहे हो, मैंने उसको बनवाया, आप भूल गए। शेखपेट बहुत लॉन्ग पेंडिंग डिमांड थी ये, इसको हमने बनवाया। तो जो एक क्या बोलते हैं उसको, मोहब्बत एक बाप को बेटे की तरफ होती है, तो मेरा भी वैसे ही लगाव है उस फ्लाईओवर के साथ। तो अगर उसका कुछ नुकसान ये लोग कर रहे हैं, इफ दे आर डूइंग सम हराकिरी विथ इट, आई एम देयर, आई एम गोइंग टू स्टैंड बाय यू, आई एम गोइंग टू स्टैंड विथ यू. Make sure government doesn't do anything stupid. Number one. Number two, you said a long U-turn, etc., etc. See, unfortunately, that U-turn was introduced by me. I will have to admit and I'll have to confess. वो मैंने ही किया. वो इसीलिए किया क्योंकि I wanted to create a signal-free city. So we wanted to cut down on traffic signals and we wanted to make sure that the traffic keeps moving. There is a saying in urban development, because I was Minister of Urban Development for 10 years. हम लोग 2 प्रिंसिपल से चलते थे. KCR, मतलब not KCR, my leader, my father. KCR is keep the city running. Keep the city running. And then there was Rukonayas in the world as well. So I humbly thank all of you for showing up on a Sunday afternoon. I know you have a cricket match to go back and catch up to. So I'll let you go. But lastly, please show up on 11th. हमें दे रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छी बात है। आप बड़े अच्छे, मतलब सोच के समझ के, बहुत समझदार आप हो अगर हमको वोट दे रहे हैं। अगर नहीं भी हमें दे रहे हैं, फिर भी वोटिंग पे आओ, वोट तो करो, कम से कम डेमोक्रेटिक प्रोसेस में पार्टिसिपेट करो, और इंश्योर दैट यू शो अप एंड प्लीज वोट। एंड आई रिक्वेस्ट सेक्रेटरी एंड प्रेसिडेंट साहब, इंक्ड फिंगर विथ फेस, वरना क्या होगा ना, these days and all these IT guys are very smart. They can AI generate an image. They are super smart guys, but you should also be able to see through that. So please don't let AI fool you, the AI images fool you. Make sure that their original images, live pictures come to you and you're able to see them, and make sure their vote is counted. Yes sir, you were saying something. वो थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो गया सर, वो पुराना हो गया या नया हो गया, तो थोड़ा दोनों के बीच में वो बना नहीं था। नेक्स्ट टाइम। पिक्चर तो अभी बाकी है मैडम। थैंक यू सो मच, वेरी काइंड ऑफ यू ऑल ऑफ यू। यस सर। हाय संतोष। डैम।